Hi everyone, let's talk makeup brushes. So I'm on a date this weekend and we stopped by at a Walgreens. I actually maneuvered us towards the Walgreens instead of Rite Aid and CVS because I wanted to check and see if they had this set. They did. So in case you don't know, if you haven't been following this on social media, Wet n Wild just released a set of 10 brushes. These really good, cool silver white brushes for $30. And it messes up the color balance on the camera, so I will stop showing it. But this is really exciting because these are pretty affordable brushes. Now, $30. The set is $30. That's not just, loose change. That's a nice chunk of money. You are getting 10 brushes though, which I think is a good amount for $30. On the other hand, I wanted to pick it up despite the fact that I don't currently need any brushes because I wanted to try them out and see if they are going to be worth it. So really quick, these are a limited edition pro brushes, although limited edition, I wonder if they're going to make them permanent based off of everybody's reactions. But they are cruelty-free and vegan. They're densely packed, ultra-soft bristles. Synthetic bristles mimic the consistency of natural hairs and ergonomic handle for total control. Okay, so I want to show you each of the brushes real quick, and then as you can tell, I have a bare face. So I want to go ahead and show you how they work. I'm calling this video an unboxing because I think with brushes, you really can't review them right away. You have to me, a real review of brushes takes months because you're going to want to use them a ton and wash them a bunch of times before you know whether these brushes are actually going to hold up. So what I am going to do is today I will do the unboxing. I'll show you each of these brushes, what it includes, what they're all each supposed to be for, and then probably maybe in a few weeks I'll do an update on these, and then in a couple of months I'll do another update so that I am keeping you updated throughout the process. That's the goal, at least, so that you know whether these are worth it or not, especially, but because they're limited edition, I really did want to do at least some sort of video to start off with. So let me show you real quick what all these brushes are. So the first is the Dome Pencil Eye Brush, and so this is a really just nice dome brush. Next up is the Tapered Blending Brush. You can never have enough blending brushes. Next is the flat contour brush. So I'll do some comparisons once I use them, but this shape, it has been really popular as of late. Next is the Precision Foundation Brush. So this I'm excited to use. Hopefully you can tell there's a little bit of a cup in there. Next is the Large Powder Brush. This looks really nice. I love powder brushes. Next is the Precision Setting Brush. So really nice. Next is the Blush Brush. This is a pretty big blush brush, actually. Yeah, this is pretty big. I don't know if everybody's gonna like that one. But next up is the Tapered Highlight Brush. This does look very nicely sized for a highlight brush. Then it's the Fluffy Blending Brush. Very nice. And then the Precision Flat Face Brush. So for precision stuff, probably for like contour and things like that, I tend to not use this kind of brush a ton, but every single other brush on this set seems like one that would have some sort of use in my routine. So okay, let's get together. Let me do my makeup with you and show you what these brushes will look like. So I am applying primer. I'm applying primer on my eyelids. I am going to go in with the Precision Face Brush, and I'm going to go into my Urban Decay Naked Basics to set my eye. Alright, this is not the best brush for this purpose, but it wasn't intended. Like, this brush was not created for the purpose of setting the the eye. So just FYI. These are, or this one at least, is quite soft, which is really important when I'm okay. So the palette that I am going to use today is the Natasha Denona Lila palette, and that I'm just using it because this is the palette that I'm currently trying out to do a future review on. If you haven't seen it, it is a gorgeous purpley palette, so I am guessing that I'm going to end up with a very purpley kind of look. So let's see. I'm going to go in with a tapered blending brush. And this palette doesn't have a ton of like nice just transition shades, but let's see. And actually, since I'm doing my eye right now, I'm going to zoom you in so you can see how these brushes are performing. Alright, you're very zoomed in. You can see all my flaws now. Let me move the mirror as well. Alright, this is performing very nicely. I would say this one is at par with all of my other blending brushes, and that it performs nicely. It's not, this one's not anything too special. I think I would not use this in the future for my crease work. I think this is better maybe for just outer corner work or for just some light blending. Yeah, I think this is not necessarily the best crease brush. I mean, it's a blending brush. It's called a blending brush, not a crease brush, but I thought I would try it out for that, and I don't think it's, at least for this kind of crease work that I'm doing right now, it's really not the best. Go in with this color up here. First I went in with this color, by the way. Now I'm going with a darker brown, and I'm going to just deepen up the crease. Oh, see? This brush is working a lot better for this. Oh yeah, a lot better. Because I want kind of a more dense application of this color in my crease. That's working a lot better. It's just a tiny bit patchy though. And these colors are not supposed to be doing that. So I am more likely to blame the brush. Okay, let me just now blend some of this darker color up. Yeah, this is not the best blending brush, I am finding. Okay, there are no flat brushes in this set. Are there? No flat brushes. Alright, so I'm going to have to go into my own stash here to grab a flat brush. So I think I need to go into this color up here and put that on my outer corner. So this brush is a little bit stiff, but I think that'll probably loosen up once it has a few more washes in. Because it's a little bit stiff here. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the blending brush, the fluffy blending brush, and just no product, just go in and kind of blend some of this product. Okay, this is really nice fluffy blending brush. I do really like this one. So I believe we have used all of the eye brushes, but I'm going to go in with the dome brush here and sweep that pink color in my under eye here. Alright, this is where I'll need a different color somewhere. Okay, now you're not all up in my face. So these eye brushes I thought were very nice. They are a bit dense right now though, and I think part of it is they just haven't had a whole lot of washing. And once I wash these out, I think these will be a little bit softer, easier to work with. I think the brush handle design is super nice. I liked just like, oh yeah, the way holding this is just super easy. You don't even have to think about it. It's very, very nice feel on the hands. So out of all of these though, my favorite is this fluffy blending brush, because it is really fluffy, it's really soft, and it blends very nicely. Some of these other ones, like I said, were a bit, so this will be a really good test because I'm going in and I'm mixing my Estee Lauder foundation with my NYX Total Control foundation. And this mixture I've really been enjoying lately because one, it then becomes closer to my current color, because the NYX is, well, the NYX is just the right color, I would say, but the Estee Lauder is a bit lighter than my current skin tone issue. So I'm going in with this Precision Foundation brush. So it's the one that has the little hole in the middle. So we'll see how that works. Here, let's do. Alright, so far so good. It's blending out the foundation. It's not leaving my face super streaky. Okay, I think it did a pretty nice job. The only issue I have is that the brush ended up with some parts with a lot of foundation on it, and that can be a little bit tricky, but that did really well. I don't know if this little dent in the middle did anything. I don't know if it helped the foundation. I don't really feel like it did anything special in terms of applying foundation, but hey, it didn't hurt the application process, so I'm fine with it. So now I'm going to go in with concealer, and there's no real like concealer brush here, but I'm gonna try to go in with this flat precision flat face brush and see if this will work for concealer. Yeah, no, it's kind of flat. So, well, not kind of flat, it's extremely flat. So I feel like it is probably not the best. Well, I don't know. No, it's just not my favorite brush for applying concealer. I mean, it's not terrible. It works, but yeah, no. Not my favorite, but at least we tried it there, didn't we? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so now I'm going to put in some contour. So I'm going to go in with this flat brush. And by the way, this flat brush really reminds me of the Sonia Kashuk brush that I have. Yeah, they are basically identical. They are identical. Huh. Except this one's got a thicker handle, and this has this more sleek one. Yeah, look. They're pretty identical. Okay, well, in that case, let's see if they work the same, because I enjoy the Sonia Kashuk one, but it's not my favorite contour brush because it kind of will leave you a, yeah, see? It creates a very dense application of this. And then because the brush itself is kind of dense, it can be a little bit tricky to blend out. Woo. And then you end up with a huge like a line in your face. Alright, I'm going to try to not do that on the other side. Yeah, see, you need to go in and grab just a tiny bit of product and blend it out. And then if you want more, grab a little bit more, apply, blend out. Yeah. So, just because for me, I am not a big fan of the harsh contour line. So I would like something a little bit more blended. And for that, I think you need kind of fluffier contour brushes. But still, this is very usable. Like I said, I already have some practice using this kind of brush because of the other one I have. But it's not my absolute favorite brush. Apply some for my nose. I usually don't even apply this much contour powder. This is the Balm's Bahama Mama, by the way. Alright, so that's that. Let's go in with the blush brush. Okay, now I might have to be really careful. This is a really dense blush brush, and usually you don't want to use something that dense with very pigmented blushes. You want to use this with less pigmented brushes. But the brushes I'm currently using is this really gorgeous Tarte palette. It's the Blush Bliss Blush Palette. And so these are very pigmented, very, very pigmented. So I'm going to go in with the lighter pink and just lightly tap. Okay, let's see, I can go in a little bit denser. Let's see how this works. Ooh, mama, okay. The brush itself is very soft, I have to say. Very soft, which I love. If I'm going to put a brush on my face, I want it to be soft. Make sure that blush application is even. Yeah, that's very nice. Okay, I like this blush brush. I was a little bit afraid of it because it's dense and it's a little bit bigger, so I thought, am I going to end up with like too much blush? But no, this worked out very lovely. So next up, the Precision Setting Brush. So this, I think it's meant to be for something more like setting the under eye, which I haven't done. So I'm going to go into this Pumpkin and Poppy setting powder and just apply it under my eye. And I don't know, the brush itself is very soft, but I think it's just a tad big for what I like for my under eye setting. Usually I use this Real Techniques brush, so there is a size difference there. I think I would like to try this on blush. Actually, I think this would make a nice blush brush. Yeah, I think this might actually work better for blush. But either way, I'm going to go in with the large blending brush, or powder brush, I'm sorry. And I'm going to go in with that same Pumpkin and Poppy setting powder, and I'm going to set my face. The funny thing about these white bristles is that if it's a white powder, it's not going to, there's no color that ends up on the brush. But as I'm using this for setting, it is kind of picking up some of my foundation and other makeup that's on my face. So the only thing that we're missing in terms of putting this on our faces is the highlight shade. So let's see. I'm going to go into my Becca Cosmetics. This is the Afterglow palette. I need a slightly pinky kind of highlight, and I think I'm going to go into Rose Gold. So Rose Gold is this one right here. Alright, I'm going to go into that and apply some highlight. Alright, and that applies very nicely. It's just a nice, light, fluffy highlight brush, which I like. Alright, so there is no brow brush in here. So I'm going to go off camera, finish up my makeup, and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. So let's talk about these. Let's talk about these brushes overall. So overall, I really liked the face brushes especially. I think these are very nice. I think you're going to find use out of a lot of these. The eye brushes are definitely usable. They're very nice, especially this fluffy blending brush. The other ones I think it's gonna take a little bit more use for me to kind of figure out how good they actually are. But these face brushes right away I just really liked. So overall, on first use, I am recommending these right now. Like I said, I will have to use these more, make sure I wash them a few more times and see if they're hold up, seeing if they shed. But right now, on first application, none of these brushes shed. They were all very soft. They're easy to hold on your hand. They apply product pretty well. The only ones I had a little bit of an issue was with this smaller blending brush over here. Now, this $30 set is not going to give you a brush for everything that you need. I still had to go in with and grab a flat brush from a different brand. I had to go in with like an under eye brush or under lower lash line brush to apply product. I had to grab a different product to apply my eyebrows. So if you normally need a brush for your eyebrows, this does not have it. Let's see, what else does this not have? So there's a couple of things here that the set doesn't have. But overall, this is very doable. You can do most of your makeup with these. So if you are starting new with makeup, or if you're building your brush collection, I think this is a good one to do. Is it my favorite brushes of all time? Not yet, not as of this moment. I tend to, in terms of the drugstore, I like my Real Techniques brushes a lot more than I like these right now. But as I said, I will need to keep trying these out and seeing if they maybe have a shot at rivaling those. I do have brushes I have a couple of ColourPop brushes, and I have a couple of e.l.f. brushes. I do think these are a little bit better than my e.l.f. brushes, or at least at par. And I only have a couple of ColourPops, so they're probably at about the same range as the ColourPop. So just FYI, when you're looking at kind of more affordable brushes, those are other ones that you might want to look into. ColourPop, e.l.f., Real Techniques, and now Wet n Wild. So I'm glad that Wet n Wild is getting into the brush game and giving us some nice, affordable, really gorgeous looking brushes. So that is it for now. I will keep you updated on these, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.